Very good morning to all of you. Today, in this lecture, we will learn electric field intensity on the axial line of a dipole. Actually, we are studying electric dipole and we will learn what is the value of electric dipole at axial line and at equatorial line. Okay. Now you know what is axial line or where is axial line and where is equatorial line. Okay, now see, we have considered a dipole AB whose length is twice a. Okay, now where is axial line? This is axial line. Okay, this is axial line, and now where is equatorial line? This is equatorial line, the line which is passing perpendicular to the dipole through the center of the dipole is axial line or equatorial line. Now, in this topic, we will first find electric field on the axial line. We will consider a point here anywhere on the axial line, okay, and we will find the electric field due to the dipole. Okay, is it clear? So now, let us consider a point on axial line. Now see the diagram. We have considered a point P on the axial line of this dipole. Now, this is the point on the axial line of a dipole and name it as P. Now see, in a dipole, there are two poles. One is minus Q, another one is plus Q. Okay. Now see, let us consider this point is at a distance r from the center of the dipole. From this center, this is the center of the dipole. Let us consider this point is at a distance r from the center of the dipole. Okay. So now we have considered a point P on the axial line of this dipole at a distance r from the center of the dipole. Okay. Now see, we have written, let us consider a point P at a distance r from the center of the dipole on the axial line of the dipole. Now see, we know that when a point, or if we consider a point near to a charge, then there is electric field due to that charge. Okay, there is electric field due to that charge. Now, if you consider this point and this point is near to this point, okay, clear? This point is near to B and there is plus Q charge at B. Now, this charge will apply or this charge will give electric field or there will be electric field due to this charge at point P. Okay, now say this is plus charge, then what is the pattern of electric field due to plus charge? It is radially outwards. Okay, now if you draw the electric field due to this charge, then the electric field will be in this direction. Okay, and write it as EB vector. This is the electric field due to plus Q charge at point P. Okay, now similarly you find or you indicate the electric field due to minus Q charge which is at point A on P. Okay, so this is minus, then electric field is radially inward, EA. This EA is the electric field due to plus a minus Q charge on point P. Okay, now you see these two vectors are opposite in direction. Okay, now we will use vector addition to find the net electric field on the axial line, that is a point on the axial line. Now see, this point is at a distance a plus r from point A, means this is the total distance of point P from A, that is A, this part is A plus this part is R, means A plus R. Okay, now similarly if you find the distance of this point from B, what will be the distance? this is R, this is A, means this part is the distance of the point P from B, means distance of the point from B is R minus A. This is R. If you subtract A from R, you will get this much distance. Okay. Now next. Now see. Now we are going to find actually resultant electric field, because there are two vectors, that is two electric field vectors. Okay. If there are more than two or more than one vector, then we have to find the resultant of all the vectors. Okay. To find the sum of all the vectors means we have to find the resultant to get the net vector. So now in this case there are two vectors, they are opposite. Okay, they are opposite in direction. Now how you will find the value of the resultant vector? Okay, means resultant electric field vector. So if they are vector, then the resultant will be the vector sum of these two vectors. Okay, we have already learned about vector addition, vector multiplication in class 11. Now in this case EA is in this direction and EB is in this direction. Okay, now the resultant of EA and EB is the net electric field on this point due to the dipole. So we have written E is equal to, we have considered E equals to resultant electric field due to the dipole. So we can write E vector is equal to EA vector plus EB vector. This is the vector sum of the electric field. Okay, we are taking the vector sum. Okay, this vector sum is different from normal addition. Okay, this is vector sum. Now see, what you have to do, you have to find the magnitude and then you have to calculate the vector sum of these two vectors. Okay, now see, this EA is in this direction and EB in that direction. Both are opposite to each other. Okay, both are opposite to each other. It means that when two vectors are opposite to each other, then we have to subtract the magnitude of the larger vector to the magnitude of the smaller vector. Okay, now see, this point is very near to this. The electric field is very, very high. So we have to subtract we have to subtract EA from EB, because EB is larger and EA is smaller. Why? Because EA or point P is very, very far away from A, and we know that electric field is directly proportional to 1 by R square. Okay, this was the explanation from Coulomb's law. Okay, electric field means force, means from that force only electric field is coming. Okay, so this electric field is directly proportional to 1 by R square. Okay, getting my point? Now, if the distance is more, electric field is very weak. If distance is very less, then electric field is very strong. So EB is greater than EA. So we can write EB magnitude is greater than EA magnitude. Okay. Therefore, net electric field, that is the magnitude of net electric field, is equal to EB minus EA. Okay. Now you are required to find EB and EA and subtract the value of EB and EA. Okay. Now what is the value of EA? Electric field due to A at point P. What is the value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught charge? What is the charge Q? So you write down Q. We will not mention the minus sign because we are taking magnitude only. Minus is for negative charge and plus Q is for positive charge. Okay. Now see, Q by R square. R square is distance between the point and the charge. So what is the distance of the point P from A? We have written P is at a distance R plus A from point A. So write down R plus A whole square. And what is the direction of this electric field? Along B to P, or we can along BP extended. Okay, BP. B to A. Oh sorry, actually it is along B to A. Now similarly find the value of EB vector. This is the magnitude of EB. So what is the magnitude of EB? We can write 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q minus q plus we are taking only magnitude. Then what is the distance of point P from B, which is equal to r minus a whole square. Okay, along BP. Getting my point? Along BP. Okay, write this as equation 1 and this as equation 1, equation 2, equation 3. Okay. Sorry, this is equation 2, this is equation 3, and this is equation 4. Okay, and the previous was equation 1. Okay, now it is clear, no? Now next, now we have EA, EB. Okay, now use the value of this EA and EB in the equation number 2. Okay, from equation 2, 3 and 4. Now see the equation. Now use the value of this electric field. So E vector, the magnitude of E is equal to EB. What is the value of EB? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r minus a whole square minus, there is a minus sign. Now what is the value of EA? Magnitude of EA 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r plus a whole square. Okay. Now what will be the direction of this electric field? It will take the direction of the vector whose magnitude is greater. Okay. Now what is the whose magnitude is greater? Say EB. The magnitude of EB is greater. So the resultant direction of the resultant electric field will be along B to P. Okay. Along, we can write along B to P, or we can say A to B, along A to B expanded or extended. Getting my point? Okay. Now take out the similar terms. Now what is the similar terms? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught and q. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught and q. Okay. Now in bracket 1 by r minus a whole square minus 1 by r plus a whole square. Okay. Now solve this equation. Now we have this equation. We have taken q by 4 pi epsilon naught as common. So we are getting q 4 pi epsilon naught inside the bracket 1 by r minus a whole square minus 1 by r plus a whole square. Okay. After this, I think no doubt everybody is clear. So now next, now see, now use the fraction addition. Okay. Use the fraction addition. Then we will have, just multiply this to r minus a whole square r plus a whole square, taking LCM. Okay. Now cross multiplication, this will come this and this will come this side. So actually I don't need to explain this. Okay, because this is simple concept. Okay, simple calculation. So now next, see, r plus a whole square, r square, a square plus twice r a. Getting my point? Minus r minus a whole square, r square minus r square plus a square minus a square. Again minus twice r a minus plus twice r a. Solve this equation. Okay, you will get this. And now cancel the similar terms or opposite terms. R square minus r square, a square minus a square, cancel. Okay, now we are getting q by 4 pi epsilon naught. Okay, by plus this twice r a is equal to 4 r a divided by, now in the denominator we do have a, take this square common, so r minus a, after taking common r plus a whole square. Now solve this, solve inside this bracket. So we will have q by 4 pi epsilon naught 4 r a by r into r square r into a plus r a minus a into r minus r a minus a into a minus a whole square. Okay, and there is square also. Now cancel the opposite terms. R square a square r a minus r a cancel. So remaining is now next 4 pi epsilon naught in the numerator 4 r a in the denominator. On the left is r square, on the left are r square and minus a square. So we can write r square minus a square, these two terms on the left in the denominator and make it square. Okay, now this is direction. Already we have written the direction. The final answer will be the final solution. We will write the final formula. We will write the direction. Okay, we will mention the direction. Now next. Now just we will split this. Okay, so we can write 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. We will take 1 2 r a 1 2 and a with 2 charge. So we will write 2 a q into what is remaining 2r divided by r square minus a square whole square. Okay, now see what is the value, what is the meaning of twice a q? Actually it is the dipole moment. Okay, dipole moment of a dipole. So replace this twice a q with the dipole moment of the dipole. So we can write 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught p. This p is the dipole moment into twice r divided by r square minus a whole square square. And where p is, because p is equal to twice a q. This is the dipole moment. Okay, and this is along the electric field is along a b extended. Okay, now see this dipole moment. What is the direction of dipole moment? Dipole moment is always opposite to the direction of the opposite. It is always from negative charge to minus q. And what is the dipole moment? P is always in the direction negative to positive. Okay, now see the direction of the dipole in electric field. What is the direction of the electric field? It is in the direction of the dipole moment. Okay, now this is the formula of electric field due to a dipole on the axial line. Okay, so please note this derivation on your notebook. Okay, now next we will do electric field due to a dipole on the equatorial line. Now this is the formula of electric dipole, intensity of electric field due to dipole on the axial line. Okay, now next we will do electric field due to the dipole on the equatorial line. Okay, is it clear now? This is the final